everyone. Today I'm talking about a new video series on AS400. So we have two tools to do this kind of programming. One is what we see here, IBM Rational Developer for I, RDi, and the second thing is this, ACS. So ACS is called Access Client Solutions, and if you click 5250 emulator, then you can see a screen. Well, not exactly this one, but if you have a server on your side, such as me being a student of this school, and I have my own login, then you can use this. So I'm unlikely to say every single thing, like hundreds of things about the commands and how to work on certain code for certain functionalities. I just mean this as a small introduction. This time we are doing something different. Without introducing all the functionalities, let me talk about how to export files so that you can read it on, for instance, Notepad, and perhaps maybe you want to upload it onto GitHub and so on. So you must have a file that you can read on, for instance, Windows. So what do we do? Today, I want to upload my water lab or water app onto GitHub. So what do I do now? I have my student login where I have my own library. This library is named after my login name. So I have the physical file here. The extension is called PF. What I do, I click export, and here we have the file system. Notice that this is the remote system, so this is on the school server. Whatever I worked on, the files are still with the school server. So if I want to download them, I have to find where it is. So here you can see remote systems temp files, and through the school server, here is my login. Under qsys.library, it contains everything. Every library. So on the library list, this is one of the libraries, namely my library. And here we have this, the water lab files. And what's so interesting is that if you check on your workspace, because we have a thing called workspace. So for instance, this is actually my USB stick. I have only one hard drive, and this one is not a hard drive. Well, my USB stick anyway. And what happens is my workspace has been on my USB stick, and you can see something. So namely, whatever files I work on, there's actually a certain folder on my workspace to contain all these lab files. So essentially, you don't actually need to click. Just now I showed you the export here, but in fact, you can also find them back on your USB stick. So what happens here is, so for instance, let me find my own file here. Look at this. These are the files that I can click the export button on, like this. So I have 4 files. To directory, because I already saved certain files before to this directory, so they are right there. But otherwise, uh, for any amount of time you've worked on your workspace, you're still gonna be able to retrieve your files here. So let us just I just wanted to tell you that you can use the export function, but otherwise you can just browse through your USB stick. So let's explore the files. For instance, this is an RPG program, and you can see all these lines here. But basically, for instance, this is line 15, and the last saved, the date on which you saved this line, it was 2023 April 5th. That's yesterday. And yeah, that's basically it. So what happens is, say for instance, I want to post this onto GitHub, but I don't want to see this because it's so distracting. When you copy this, so for instance, this is what the build C. Okay, I have this file here. You can see the same line number here, right? So if I have all this timestamp, when I copy and paste onto this screen, then you know what happens. We don't want the timestamp here. So what do we do? I have PowerShell, and what do? I go to, so for instance, let me just copy these files onto my intended folder for saving the lab files. Okay, so for instance, I have waterapp. Okay, so this is copied. Okay, now I just go to my folder. Okay, so what happens is I can use this command. Well, this is very easy command. In today's terms, you can just ask ChatGPT to do this for you. Okay, so let's check again. What happened? Ta-da! The timestamp is totally gone. So now this is pure clean code. This is a display file. I can post this onto GitHub. So this is only an introduction to how you can use RDi. I'm gonna post further videos.